What do you do when every path ahead seems blocked? When every door remains shut and no one is coming to rescue you? Most people stop. They surrender. They allow their circumstances to define them. But those who rise, those who achieve greatness, refuse to let obstacles dictate their destiny. They don't wait for doors to open. They build their own. They carve their path when none exists. They refuse to accept limitations because they know that within every challenge lies an opportunity waiting to be seized. How many times have you faced moments where everything seemed impossible? When every effort felt like running into a wall? Perhaps it's a dream you've been chasing, a goal that seems just out of reach, or a vision you hold close to your heart but struggle to bring to life. These moments, when doubt creeps in and the world tells you it cannot be done, are the defining moments of your journey. You have a choice: either give up or push forward. Because the truth is, the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not talent nor luck. It is the unbreakable will to keep moving forward, even when the odds are stacked against them. Life will test you. It will challenge you. It will push you to the very edge and demand that you prove just how much you want it. The most remarkable individuals in history were not handed their success. They created it. They refused to be defined by circumstances. They did not accept failure as the final word. Instead, they treated every obstacle as a stepping stone. They understood that setbacks were lessons in disguise, each one bringing them closer to their breakthrough. And that is the mindset you must adopt. The path to success is not given, it is built. It is constructed step by step by those who refuse to quit, by those who refuse to take no for an answer, by those who, when they cannot find a way, create one. Life is not fair, and it never promised to be. Sometimes, the opportunities you seek will not come to you. But here is the truth: just because you cannot see a way does not mean one does not exist. If the road ahead is blocked, then it is time to create a new one. If no one believes in you, then you must believe in yourself. Those who achieve great things were not handed golden tickets. They struggled, they fought, and when they saw no clear path, they forged one with their own determination. They understood that success is not about luck. It is about resilience. It is about using every challenge as fuel for something greater. So ask yourself, how many times have you told yourself that you don't have the resources, the time, the money, or the connections? The real question is, are you searching for a way, or are you searching for an excuse? Because the difference between the two is everything. The only thing standing between you and success is your mindset. If you don't have the skills, learn them. If you don't have the connections, build them. If no one is offering you a chance, create your own. You have everything you need within you to succeed. The only question that remains is, how much do you want it? Success does not belong to the passive. It does not belong to those who wait for permission or for the perfect moment. It belongs to those who take action, who make sacrifices, who embrace the struggle and turn it into fuel for their journey. It belongs to those who refuse to let setbacks break them. It belongs to those who, when the world tells them it is impossible, stand tall and prove that it is not. You see, the greatest advantage you can ever have is not wealth, not connections, not even talent. It is your ability to persist when everything around you screams for you to quit. The difference between those who make it and those who don't is not intelligence, nor privilege. It is the refusal to surrender. It is the decision to rise one more time when the world has knocked them down 1,000 times before. Think about it. Every time you faced a setback, every time you've been rejected, every time you felt like nothing was going your way, you were standing at a crossroads. And every time you chose to keep going, you made the choice to move closer to your goals. Because the truth is, the ones who win are not always the smartest. They are not always the most skilled. They are simply the ones who refuse to stop. You have heard it before. Success demands sacrifice. It demands discipline. It demands resilience. But let's go deeper. What does that really mean? It means that when you are exhausted, you still get up and do the work. It means that when doubt creeps into your mind, you silence it with action. It means that when failure stares you in the face, you refuse to let it define you. The strongest people are not those who never fall. They are the ones who rise every time they do. They are the ones who refuse to let setbacks turn into stop signs. They are the ones who don't just push through barriers, they break them. They rewrite the rules. They refuse to be limited by circumstances, by opinions, by anything less than their full potential. What are you waiting for? The perfect moment? The right opportunity? A sign from the universe? Let me tell you something. The perfect moment will never come. The right opportunity will not knock on your door. And the only sign you need is the one you create for yourself. If you are waiting for permission to go after what you want, stop. No one is coming to give it to you. The ones who achieve greatness do not sit back and wait for things to fall into place. They make things happen. They take what little they have and turn it into something extraordinary. They do not look at their disadvantages and see limitations. They see possibilities. How do you respond when things don't go your way? Do you complain? Do you make excuses? Or do you rise? Do you adapt? Do you find another way? Because that response, your response, determines everything. Success is not a mystery. It is not luck. It is not magic. It is simple, but it is not easy. It is the willingness to keep going when others stop. It is the ability to endure the pain of discipline rather than the pain of regret. It is understanding that nothing worthwhile ever comes without effort, without struggle, without pushing past your limits. You must be relentless. You must train yourself to see challenges as opportunities, to see setbacks as setups for something greater. You must develop the mindset of someone who cannot be stopped, who refuses to quit, who understands that the only limits that exist are the ones you refuse to break. So when the road ahead looks impossible, when every door seems shut, when every attempt feels like a failure, remember this: the only way you truly lose is if you stop trying. The only failure that matters is the one that convinces you to quit. Because every other failure is simply a lesson, a stepping stone, another chance to grow stronger. What will you choose? Will you give up when it gets hard? Or will you push forward? Will you let obstacles define you? Or will you define them? Will you wait for someone else to create the life you want? Or will you take control and make it happen yourself? You must understand that every single struggle you face is preparing you for something greater. Every challenge, every failure, every setback, it is all shaping you into the person you need to become. The person who can handle success. The person who refuses to break under pressure. The person who can stand tall when the weight of the world is pressing down. Too many people let difficulty define them. They let rejection make them believe they are not good enough. They let failure convince them to stop trying. They allow one bad day, one bad experience, to erase years of effort. But the ones who truly rise, the ones who achieve everything they set out to do, are the ones who refuse to let a moment of failure turn into a lifetime of regret. Think about the times you have wanted to quit, the times when nothing seemed to work, when progress felt impossible, when everything inside you screamed to just give up. And yet you are still here. You are still standing. You have already survived your hardest days. That is proof that you have more strength inside you than you realize. That is proof that you are capable of pushing through anything life throws your way. It is easy to believe that success belongs to those who were born with advantages. It is easy to think that the ones who make it had some secret edge that you don't. But that is a lie. Success belongs to those who never stop moving forward. It belongs to those who get up earlier, work harder, and refuse to settle for anything less than the life they want. It belongs to those who don't accept failure as the end. You have a vision inside you, a dream that will not let you sleep at night, a goal that keeps calling your name, no matter how many times you try to ignore it. That dream, that vision, is there for a reason. It is not random. It is not meaningless. It is part of your purpose. But here's the truth. If you do not chase it with everything you have, if you do not fight for it, it will remain just that, a dream. No one is coming to push you. No one is going to force you to get up and work on your goals. No one will believe in you until you prove that you believe in yourself. That means taking action when no one is watching. That means putting in the work when no one is clapping for you. That means doing what needs to be done even when the results are not immediate. So what are you waiting for? More time? The right conditions? The perfect circumstances? They will never come. If you are waiting for everything to be just right before you take action, you will wait forever. Because there is no perfect time. There is only now. Your excuses will never build the life you want. Your fears will never create the future you dream of. Your doubts will never take you where you need to go. Only action will. Only discipline. Only the refusal to quit. That is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. That is what turns a vision into a reality. You are capable of more than you think. You have more strength inside you than you know. You have the power to create a life beyond anything you have imagined, but only if you refuse to let fear stop you. Only if you refuse to let setbacks hold you down. Only if you decide right now that nothing will stand in your way. Every great achievement in history was once just an idea in someone's mind. Every breakthrough, every revolution, every moment that changed the world, it all started with someone who refused to accept limits. Someone who refused to listen when the world said, "It's impossible." Someone who decided that no matter how difficult the journey, no matter how long it took, they would find a way. And that same fire, that same unstoppable energy exists within you. The only question is, will you use it? The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not their circumstances. It is not where they started. It is not who they know or what resources they have. It is the mindset they choose to embrace. The moment you decide that failure is not an option, that quitting is off the table, you become unstoppable. Because a person who refuses to quit cannot be defeated. How many times have you seen others rise while you stood still? Waiting for the right moment, waiting for a sign, waiting for someone to come and tell you, now is the time. But here is the truth. There will never be a perfect time. The stars will never align just right. No one is coming to hand you success. The only way to make it happen is to take action now. No matter how unprepared you feel, no matter how uncertain the road ahead looks. It is not about knowing every step before you begin. It is about starting with what you have, where you are, and trusting that every step you take will reveal the next. The greatest journeys begin with a single step, and the only way to fail is to never take it. Every moment you spend doubting yourself, every second you waste questioning whether you are capable, is time that could have been spent moving forward. The world does not owe you success, but it does offer you opportunity. And that opportunity is hidden within every struggle, every setback, every obstacle you face. It is easy to feel discouraged when progress ceases, when results do not come as quickly as you hope. But real success is never instant. It is built piece by piece, through consistency, through patience, through relentless effort. And that is why so few make it, because they are not willing to push through the times when nothing seems to be happening. They give up when it gets hard, not realizing that just beyond the struggle is the breakthrough they've been waiting for. Think about the moments in your life when you were ready to give up, when you told yourself, maybe this isn't for me. But what if you had kept going? What if you had pushed just a little further? You may never know how close you were to success when you chose to stop. And that is why you must never quit. Because the moment you decide to keep going, even when everything in you wants to give up, you separate yourself from the rest. Your dreams are not random. Your vision for your life is not an accident. If you can see it, if you can imagine it, then it is possible. But only if you are willing to fight for it. Only if you are willing to do what most won't. Only if you refuse to let fear control you. There is greatness inside you. There is power within you that you haven't even discovered yet. There is strength beyond what you believe yourself to have. But you will only find it by stepping outside of your comfort zone, by embracing the discomfort of growth, by proving to yourself through action, through perseverance, through unwavering commitment, that you are more capable than you ever imagined. There comes a moment in life when you must make a decision, a moment where you either choose to stay the same or step into the unknown, a moment where you stop waiting, stop hesitating, and finally take control of your destiny. That moment is now. No more excuses. No more waiting for the perfect time. No more letting fear dictate your choices. You have everything within you to create the life you dream of. But only if you are willing to fight for it. Only if you are willing to stand up, to push forward, to silence the doubt and take action. Every great achievement in history was built by those who refused to quit. Not by those who had it easy, not by those who waited for permission, but by those who decided that nothing would stand in their way. They worked when no one was watching. They sacrificed comfort for progress. They embraced failure, knowing it was the price of success. That is the difference between those who make it and those who don't. Not talent, not luck, not resources, but resilience. The relentless commitment to keep moving forward, no matter how many times they are knocked down. You must make that commitment. Right now, not tomorrow, not next week, not when things feel easier. Now, because every second you wait is another second lost. Every excuse you make is another opportunity wasted. Every fear you give into is another chain, holding you back from the life you were meant to live. The journey will not be easy. You will face moments of doubt, moments of exhaustion, moments where everything in you wants to give up. But in those moments, remind yourself why you started. Remind yourself that every struggle, every sacrifice, every difficult day is bringing you closer to your goal. You cannot afford to live a life of regret. You cannot afford to look back years from now and wonder what could have been if only you had tried harder, if only you had been braver, if only you had taken that first step. This is your time. This is your moment. You have been given a life, and what you do with it is up to you. Will you settle? Will you let fear win? Or will you rise? Will you fight? Will you prove to yourself and to the world that you were meant for more? You are powerful. You are capable. You are unstoppable. But only if you choose to be. Only if you decide once and for all that nothing will stand between you and the life you were born to live. No more waiting. No more doubting. No more excuses. The time is now. The choice is yours. So what will you choose? Will you keep waiting? Or will you rise? Will you let fear keep you in the same place? Or will you step into the unknown, knowing that the life you want is waiting for you on the other side?